What's going on? Take a look right here in the front.
You can't use the mic, it gets drowned out.
Take a quick look here.
So what was your guys' reaction and your teammates when you found out USC will be moving to the Big Ten?
For me, and we kind of actually spoke about it a little before we walked out here. I mean, it was a surprise to all of us. I mean, I would think even y'all, it was a surprise because nobody really saw it or knew. And so, like I said, it was a surprise, but it was a quick, okay, cool, and then moved on right from the top. Nothing to it.
Yeah, I literally saw it and was just like, oh, okay, well, we still got this season to play. We're still on the Pac-12 this season, so if it's not urgent, then there's no need to focus on it right now.
When you guys are transferring into SC out of from different leagues, how much did the perception of Pac-12 football that's kind of ongoing right now influence your decision? I mean, what was kind of your take on that coming from the Big 12 and SEC?
What perspective are you trying to?
Yeah, just in terms of how you viewed the Pac-12 as outsiders before coming in.
Yeah, not at all. It was really just the opportunity to be at SC and be a part of something that we're trying to build here. It just seemed like something special that I want to be a part of.
For me, trying to be a part of something historic. I mean, being a part of USC is already historic, but you know, trying to get USC back to what it was is in itself also historic. So, trying to be a part of that, and help this team get to our main goals.
To follow up on that, Caleb, what was the deciding factor? Like NIL, the California sun with the beautiful women on the beaches, or just following your coach Lincoln Riley? Like, what really was the deciding factor for you to leave Oklahoma and come?
The deciding factor for me actually was one, how familiar I was with all of the people that were coming over here, coaching staff, nutritionists. Obviously, as everybody knows, Coach Riley. And also, I was very familiar with their families, very close, anything like that, with all their families, sons or daughters. And then I didn't want to feel like a freshman again, having to go to a new place, learn a whole new offense. I for sure didn't want to go to a new school and be in that position and kind of feel how I felt last year. I wanted to keep progressing and really feel more free. Be a Coach Riley Part 2 out there and enjoy playing more because I know more.
What have your initial impressions of Jordan Addison been in the throwing sessions and just being around him this summer?
Yeah, he's
Great.
yeah, he's been pretty good. He's very explosive, really good body control. He's probably one of the fastest on our team too. And so I can't wait to see him on game day and when all the adrenaline's going and he gets the ball in his hands and just to see what he can do.
You guys have been here since the spring, and you know where the program's been and where it wants to go. What's been the biggest growth you've seen in this team from spring till now?
Culture. Yeah, culture.
Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah. For me, I got here and our bodies, even myself, our bodies, they don't look how they look now. I've lost 6 pounds, lost 2% in body fat. I mean, if you go look at our picture that we just took, I mean, my O-linemen have almost 6 packs. It's really cool. You got linemen pumping out 40 reps on 225. You got the younger linemen pumping out 25, 30 reps on bench at 225. Our squats are heavy. Our movements are really functional and well. Everybody's kind of buying into what physically we've had to do, and then even in the spring, like we bought in, everybody bought in. We have leaders that have helped push that along, and we also have leaders like Shane, myself, and then we have leaders like Coach Riley. And then we have leaders that also help Coach Riley, and we have TK. We call him TK. He's awesome. I mean, some of the things that we say now in our meetings, some of the things that we say now, when we need a time to go back on something. It's like another playbook for us, and leadership wise. Something big is like discipline over default, choosing the right thing over the wrong thing, even when you don't want to. And that's it for me.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest difference, just with the culture, is just that when we first got here, everything was just like words. So you talk about like discipline over default, or you talk about culture and things like that. And it starts out as just words, and then you got guys that actually act upon it. And so practicing what those words actually mean. And then now you got guys believing in it. And so now we're going into the summer, going into camp, we got guys believing in it and seeing like, okay, so these words actually mean something and they actually work. And so just the process of buying in and believing in the work that we're doing and seeing the progress from the spring until now has just been amazing.
You guys weren't on the team last year, but you talked about the changing culture. Have you got feedback from players that were on the team that they felt the culture's different as well?
Absolutely. I actually just had a conversation on Thursday, our last lift, and somebody came up to me and was like, we never really had people here before who worked in ways that like we work. Like the extra work that guys are putting in and just the way that you go about it, like taking it really seriously. And so it's been amazing to see guys just look at themselves and look at other guys that necessarily weren't here last year and just say like, man, he's doing something I'm not doing. Like, let me figure out how I can better myself and how I can just improve in that kind of way. So that's been the biggest thing, is just guys wanting to change. A lot of times, you come in and you disrupt what somebody has going on and it's a lot of resistance. Guys have been willing to change and wanting to change and helping to change themselves and the team.
Hey, so Caleb, Shane, either one of you can answer the question. Now with two pro teams here in LA, how are you guys looking to garner that, respect and attention back on the USC football program?
Everybody loves USC that's from around here. Everybody loves them. So that's not what we're focused on. We're going to have fans in the stands when we're winning games. So the thing is, focus on things that we can control now, so that when we get to those moments where we can actually go win the game, the fans are in the stands and they're rocking. And we got them there because we're winning games. And we've been working our tails off this summer and spring also. We've been working, as Shane just talked about. Guys want change and guys want to win.
And Coach, we
Both you guys
what's
with
one thing that
real
surprised
successful
you in these
programs.
first 7 months about being
How do you
a
get
football
that
coach?
here? How far does USC have to go to get to that point?
I would just say it comes from players believing in what the coaches are saying. I think the special thing about a program that's successful and that can sustain success is when the players are the guys that are setting standards and that are holding each other accountable, and not just using words. Like it's a look that you can give somebody, and like you got to pick it up. No words have to necessarily be exchanged for certain things like that, and even in yourself, like if you don't got it that day, then I can lean on Caleb and he's gonna have my back. He's gonna give me the words I need, and it's just a feel. It's really just a kind of chemistry and a kind of family and a kind of system that is self-sufficient. You don't need anything to get you going, and you don't need anything to pick you up or anything like that.
What makes, when you look at your teammate that's sitting next to you, how would you characterize his leadership style?
I've talked about it all day when I've been asked that question. Just his confidence. When he steps on the field, he knows what he can do. The way he commands the offense, in practice and in the spring game and everything like that, man, he makes plays that you don't see every day, and he encourages guys in a way that you don't see every day as well. And I think that's what's cool about him, is he can do it himself, but he knows he needs everybody else around him, and he takes that seriously. He puts a lot into his guys. He puts a lot into all of us on the other side of the ball as well, defensively and everywhere he can. And so that, as good as he is, he's giving all he can to everybody else. And so, like, you can't do anything but give it all back to him, and that's the way it should be.
And you guys are originally both from the DMV area. You guys are teammates now. Did you guys know each other back, like, in high school? Like, was there a connection there at all?
Yeah. To be a funny story is we were like, we didn't really know each other, but we were messing with.
We had some mutual friends.
Mutual friends.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, some mutual friends that we used to talk to, and so we knew each other. And then he also went to the rival high school for a little bit.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then you followed Lincoln to USC, and then you came, transferred into SC. What's it about Lincoln that makes him the leader and the person that you guys want to, follow and come to LA for in the first place?
Oh man, when I met Coach Riley, man, just the conversation that we were having, it just didn't feel like a conversation I had with any other head coach before. When I came out of high school, when I was in the portal, it was just a unique conversation. It was about building something special, about building a culture, setting a standard, and just being a part of something special, something that he just kind of sold to me, like, you want to be a part of this? And I was like, I think I do want to be a part of this. So he just, he brought me here just through his words and just who he is as a person, somebody I want to follow.
Jordan Addison's a DMV guy as well. Did you guys know him at all or any relationship there?
I did not, but he's from like an area close to mine too, so yeah.
I didn't really know him that well. I knew of him. Didn't really know him that well. But as soon as we started talking and trying to get him to USC, it was a click. I mean, we came out, started working out, and it was extreme. It was like we already had a connection. Like I've thrown to him before. He's really easy to throw to, really easy target to get the ball to. And he's a really good player.
How do you gentlemen stay grounded with all that's going on with the Pac-12, Pac-10, NIL? Like, how do you guys just keep a level head? And two, you're not from here, and with all the distractions. So, what are some things that you guys would, give to help you keep grounded as well as help you guys get home something?
Yeah, well, we haven't done anything yet. Everything's just been noise up to this point, conversation, and as a football team, we haven't won any games or even stepped on the field against anybody else except ourselves. So there's nothing to really be big-headed about right now.
USC's got a lot of transfers this year. Both of you guys are transfers. Is there anything you guys are doing to maybe build chemistry and be more than, just the sum of your parts?
We hang out.
A lot.
Yeah, we hang out a lot. Different groups. I take my linemen out on Sundays. And actually this past Sunday I had Damani Jackson, he wanted to come. Josh Jackson, he was there. Somebody else, Joshua Jackson, Damani Jackson. They were actually all there also. So, we enjoyed it.
We do everything together.
Yeah, we do everything together.
Really. Guys took me golfing. I've never been golfing before. Like, go to the beach, go on hikes, like, do it all. So.
How'd you do? Yeah, how'd you do?
Oh, I did terrible, but it was fun, man. I'll definitely get back out there and work on it, but yeah, not a rough start.
Kyle,
You were with a few humans to be around Will Anderson Jr. every day as a teammate on the practice field. What's his legacy going to be, and how high can he touch this year?
Nah, Will is he's a beast on the field. He's amazing, but Will is a person. Will's like one of my good friends. Will is an amazing human being. He's a beautiful soul, and just the person that he is and what he's gonna do off the field is gonna, trump what he's doing on the field, and what he's doing on the field is amazing and unique.
This is for both of you. Traditionally, transfers have maybe left lesser profile or lower profile schools to go to bigger ones. You guys are leading massive programs. What are some of the similarities that you see between the Blue Bloods that you left and what you're seeing at USC?
USC is a blue blood. Simple as that. They are a blue blood. Teams have teams and organizations and things like that. They have rough moments, and that's all USC has had. And we're here trying to turn that around because I know that Shane's not a loser. I know that I'm not a loser. And so, these guys around us want to win. They have that in them. They've been hungry. They've been changing their bodies, their mind. Watching film more, working out more. They're doing more because they want to win. They want to get back to what everybody always talks about. Like why can't we be that? Why aren't we that? Is really a question. And so, no, we're blue blood, and we had situations and opportunities at other places, and we made our decision, me and Shane, to come here and turn it back around to what it was.
And Shane, any similarities that you see between your old programming and your program?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just the history and the people that come before you, right? Like the people who paved the way for you to have a program to be like that's respected like this. You look at the walls, you look at the trophies, and you're like, wow, like this is SC. It's the same thing in Alabama. It's the same thing at Oklahoma. There's those programs in college football where, you know, no matter who you are, you look at it. If you know just like the bare minimum about college football, like some programs are going to stick out, and this is one of them.
We hear a lot about the culture and process that Nick Saban built at Alabama. What was it like first integrating into that coming out of high school?
Yeah, I mean, that's who I am as a person. So that's why I went there, to see if I matched up against that. It's just discipline, it's effort, it's hard. There's no real magic to it. There's no secret sauce. I think everybody knows what makes Alabama great. It's just nobody's willing to do it like Alabama is.
Are there any lessons you learned that have helped you integrate that mentality to your new teammates?
I think the biggest thing I try to stress upon, Caleb will definitely know what I'm talking about when I say this, it's just the details, like the smallest things. I'm always, when teams are around, I'm always talking about the small things and how you have to be consistent and like day after day, like you can't take a day off, you can't take a second off. It's very important.
The expectation for this team, because of all the buzz, is probably CFP or bust. Is that fair? Do you embrace that expectation?
No expectation. Very focused on the moment. Expectation is basically you put an equal sign next to expectation, it equals pressure. And we don't have any pressure on us. No social media pressure, no ranking pressure, no college football, no national championship, no Pac-12 championship, none of that. We are focused on the moment, and if we can win the moment now, if we won the moment during summer, during spring, we won this moment that we just had in summer workouts. If we win this moment up and coming with fall camp, we go win that first game, and we're on to the next game. We try and win that game. Any fierce competitor, I've said this a lot today, any fierce competitor doesn't want to lose. You want to win every game. Because like I said before, me and Shane, we're not losers. We don't want to lose. But me and Shane are very, very understanding on that we have to be in the moment. Because then those expectations come and that pressure comes of like focusing on the future, focusing on other things that you have no control over. So the things that we do have control over is the present.
What would you consider a successful season?
I win every game. That is a successful season.
Yeah, I mean, I think like what Caleb just talked about, just our focus is on building a culture, right? Setting a standard and creating our own expectations, not accepting somebody else's expectations on us. Expectations are great, but when they come from you, and you know the steps you have to take to get there and the goals that you set for yourself. So as a team, we have our own goals and our own things that we want to achieve, but we're not really looking, for outside help on that.
What does it say that USC could go to 4-8 to that point for 1 year because of you guys and scores of new players? What does it say about the arrival of 43 players in 6 weeks? You among them. You guys could go from 4-8 to now being talked about at least Pac-12 champion.
Yep, it's awesome. We got a bunch of guys, a bunch of special guys. In the rooms with us, working out with us, getting up and grinding, coming back and getting extra film, or making sure that you're getting extra treatment and things like that. We have guys that are grinding, guys that want it. So it's great, but I mean it's nothing. When it happens, it's nothing that's going to be a surprise.
Yeah, it takes work. It's not just going to happen just because people come.
Yeah,
still got to put the work in.
Yeah, we've been working and we've been putting the work in, so it's not going to be a surprise. It's what's going to happen, and when it happens, like I said, it's not going to be a surprise. I mean, we'll be happy, of course. Who wouldn't be? I can't wait.
A lot of people change when they get to this town. Has Lincoln changed?
Yeah, I mean, he might wear some flip-flops more often, but other than that, he hasn't really changed much. He stays him, and that's what I love about Coach.
Have you guys noticed a difference between
With Mario following you from Oklahoma here, you know, it's tough for a transfer. You're moving to a new city and adjusting anyways. How much of a help has it been not to only have the talent that Mario Williams brings, but the friend that you can count on and rely on in the locker room?
Yeah, that's my guy. We're always messing around. Sometimes it's times we shouldn't, but that's my guy. He's been very helpful. He knows the playbook. He knows how to run routes. He's very good at route running. Very good at catching the ball. So he's been awesome. Teaching. He's helped out with other guys, teaching other guys. When somebody messes up or somebody does this and that, he might not get on them, but he will speak up and help you out. I'll be more or less the one to get on them. But
Thanks,
When you guys were making the decision to transfer, I'm sure you looked at the roster and that played a little bit of a role. Talk about the offensive line. How much of a role did that play in your decision? You're walking to an offensive line that's got interior guys returning their fifth, fourth-year seniors, and then on the defense, how big of a role is that for you, knowing that that's kind of been USC's Achilles heel the last couple of years?
As far as defense, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't look at any roster. Like I said, it was just the opportunity to come and be a part of something and build something. Then you get here, you see what we got, and I'm like, okay, we got guys. We got great guys on defense. Like I said, everything isn't just about people. There's talent here before. It's just about putting it together the right way. And I think these guys came in with a fantastic plan to do that. Just through the spring, watching the guys in front of me, the guys behind me, the guys next to me, I'm ecstatic about going into the summer, going into camp, and just being able to build and grow and focus on football.
Who's somebody on either side of the ball that really kind of improved themselves over this past offseason?
I'll speak on defense. Just going against them and PRPs and things like that. Kalen Bullock, I can't wait to see him play. Some of the plays that he's gone and got or that he's done, they've been your eyebrow raises whoa. I'll give you one instance. We had Mario running to the left sideline.
I called him the morning.
And he ended up going upfield because of a scramble drill. And Kalen comes from the right hash, my right hash, his left hash, and he gets over top of Mario and bats the ball down. And when I looked at it, I was like, man, how'd you get all the way over there? I saw him coming, but I didn't think he was going to get all the way over there. And he's made some pretty good plays on me. And I just can't wait to see this defense and what they can do.
Caleb, I know you knew Jordan a little bit before he came to USC.
Yep.
With you, how much were you in his ear maybe during the portal process?
I was in his ear. I even got I think I texted Shane
Texas kids.
Yeah, Texas kid, we're gonna need him. I think it was 15 of my teammates that I had to text Jordan, guys, we're gonna need him to go win some big games. So that's how important Jordan was. That's how important all these guys was that I've tried to help support and get here to come play with me. That's how important they are to me. And they're still that important to me. I treat them all like my brothers, and I love every single one of them.
What does Jordan add to this offense specifically?
How's it going? He's like I said, he's one of the fastest on the team. I believe he's the fastest wide receiver. He runs 23 miles an hour, which is crazy. So he has that. He can do just about anything.
He's done some things where I'm and I've been around great receivers.
I threw a ball back end zone kind of high. He just went up. I got it over to safety. He went up, caught it, and got it 2 feet down. We came to the sideline, so that's Sunday good. Man, he got 2 feet down in the end zone. So, he's awesome. Mario, Taj, GB, TB, B. Rice, Cal Ford, like all these guys. I really can't wait to get them the ball, let them explore what they can do in this offense.
If there's no NIL, we've been having a conversation about a receiver, a good one from Pittsburgh coming to USC.
Yeah.
You know, without these accusations of
Yeah.
how he got here and if there's no NIL.
Yeah, it wasn't about NIL for
Right.
Jordan. That was one of the biggest things. People thought it was about NIL, and guys on the inside knew that it wasn't. Jordan wants to win.
Thank you, Coach.
Jordan wants to be the best receiver, and no offense to any other school, but I put myself up there for a QB, and then having a wide receiver like him, I put that dude over anybody. I mean, he's a smart guy. He understood that, so we were really excited about that opportunity, and he was coming regardless of NIL.
Could you tell at all that those allegations kind of bothered him, like while they were ongoing? I mean,
no, we actually joked about it one time, like I think it was like $2 or $3 million or something like that they put up, and I was just like, what the heck? Yeah, I was like, what the heck? We laughed about it.
Okay, when you think about Shane, the man, what do you respect?
Shane?
Yeah.
What do I respect?
Yeah. Away from football, what do you respect?
He's himself. Shane's himself, regardless. Shane's a quiet person, but when it's go time, Shane's there. Shane always gonna show up. And to answer that question that you had earlier, because I want everybody to know Shane. Everybody thinks of me, and all of y'all think of me as this star, blah blah blah, all of whatever. Shane doesn't care about any of it. If I'm messing up, if anyone's messing up, if I'm not holding my side of the ball accountable, Shane will speak up. And I do the same for defense. Like, why are we not rallying to the ball? Why are we not, all coming up and tagging off and things like that? Because that's a broken tackle that breaks for 50 if we're not rallying to the ball and things like that. So Shane does that for me. I do that for Shane. And this tandem works, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
We have time for some more questions.
Caleb, a lot has been written and said about your NIL deals and all that kind of stuff. What has been the most surprising part of that process from beginning to end at all? Just the NIL process?
Surprising? Nothing's really been surprising. I got a great support system that, keeps everything truthful, keeps everything straight. Biggest thing is, like how much people have been wanting to help. I've been wanting to make sure I get my O-line stuff, the whole offense, trying to get some defensive guys in there, implemented in there, and things like that. And people have been, those people have been, those partnerships, things like that, they've been awesome in helping me do that. So.
What's been a favorite class of yours?
Class?
Yeah, favorite class.
Oh, we just got here. Does it have to be here?
No. It's just anytime during your college.
I had some pretty good business professors. I got my undergrad in marketing and a minor in psych, and just that combination, I appreciate it a lot because it goes hand in hand. And yeah, I mean, great teachers do a lot for you. So I think education is important. I'm a firm believer in bettering yourself. I think you're always students of life, always learning if you allow yourself to. So yeah, not necessarily a class, but just I like learning. You learn every day if you want to. So yeah.
For me, I had a teacher. One teacher, not talking about anything that she taught, but her name was Sunny. I still text her now. She's awesome. She's very encouraging all the time. She's always in my corner. She's awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.